The White House seems to be downplaying the attacks on our military. Charlie Hertz with me this morning. Now, we have attacked Iranian proxy forces, killing 5. Is that a strong enough response, in your opinion?
Well, I think it's kind of hard to say at this point, but it is very clear that, as Lauren points out, this appeasement is leading to a spreading, widening conflict. And I don't have a whole lot of faith that the Biden administration is prepared to do it, largely because of the fact that I think that a lot of their appeasement efforts have gotten us into this situation.
Well, the Israelis have renewed their fighting in Gaza, and at precisely that moment, these Houthi rebels and the Iranian proxy forces speed up and intensify their attacks on us. And so should we now be really going after them big time?
And specifically attacking commercial ships that that aren't necessarily flying Israeli flags, but ships that have tangential ties to Israeli ownership. So it is clearly, a reaction to all of that.
Do you think that the appeasement of the Iranians is creating this extra attacks upon us?
Oh, I think without a doubt. I mean, and this, of course, is not just the Biden administration. Before that, we had the Obama administration, whether it's, invading Crimea, whether it's invading Ukraine, whether it's the attack on Israel. All of these things happen because of this appeasement. And as Lauren pointed out, the Biden administration, before that, the Obama administration, their belief was that you could be really, really nice to Iran and give Iran a free hand in the area, and then peace and prosperity would break out. That's not who these people are. That's not what happens. You give these people a free hand, and they will hit you with it.
Let's talk domestic politics for a second. Donald Trump says President Biden is a threat to democracy. Watch this.
He's been weaponizing government against his political opponents like a third world communist tyrant. Biden and his radical left allies like to pose as defenders of democracy. But Joe Biden is not the defender of American democracy. Joe Biden is the destroyer of American democracy. And it's him and his people. They're the wreckers of the American dream. The American dream is dead with them in office. Are
you wrecking America if you destabilize the American dream? Is that destroying democracy?
Well, it's funny because what I was going to actually say here is the fact that, obviously Joe Biden is weaponizing DOJ, and that's an important thing. But to me, the biggest attack on democracy is the attack on energy independence. And so if you do go after American prosperity, you're going to lose the greatest force for freedom and democracy on the planet. And that's what this administration has done by making America economically weak. And this goes not just the attack on American energy independence, but also on the things like the border. Anything you do to weaken America weakens democracy around the world. And I think that that's an extension of what we see in the Middle East right now is an extension of that.
Okay. By the way, Sean Hannity is hosting a town hall with Donald Trump tomorrow night.
Will be exciting.
Fascinating, ain't it?
Yes, it will be.
On Fox, by the way.
Yes, indeed.
Charlie, thanks very much. Oh, you're staying with me for the hour.
If you'll have me.
Sit right there, son.